A hug is never just a hug. You think you know what it means when he wraps his arms around you. You think it's just being nice, maybe showing he cares, or just saying hello. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Every single time a man hugs you, there's a whole storm of feelings happening inside him that he'll never say out loud. And the way he hugs you, how long it lasts, how tight he holds you, where his hands go, how long he stays there, these aren't random. They're telling you a story, a secret code that shows exactly what he's feeling, what he wants, and whether you actually mean something to him or you're just another person passing through. Most women completely miss this. They think all hugs are the same: a quick hug when saying goodbye, a casual side hug at a party, a long, tight hug after a bad day, and they think they all mean the same thing. But they don't, not even close. Because men don't hug the way women do. Women hug to connect, to make someone feel better, to show they care. Men hug to say what they can't put into words. And when you understand what's really going on inside his head during those few seconds, you'll never look at a hug the same way again. There are 5 types of hugs that matter. 5 different ways a man will hold you, and each one tells a completely different story about what he's feeling inside. Some of these hugs mean he's keeping his distance. Some mean he's trying to figure you out. And one of them, the 5th one, it's so full of emotion, so real and raw, that when a man gives you that hug, he's basically giving you his heart. Most women have no idea which hug they're getting. But once you do, you'll know exactly where you stand with him without him saying a single word. Let's start with the first one. And trust me, this is the hug you never want to get from a guy you like. So here's the deal. If you ask most women what a friendly hug looks like, they'll say something quick, casual, maybe a pat on the back. And they think that's just him being polite or nice. But what they don't get is that the bro hug, that sideways, one-armed, super quick shoulder squeeze with a pat on the back, is actually a guy's way of putting up a wall. It's not just being friendly, it's on purpose. Let me break it down. When a guy gives you a bro hug, what he's really doing is keeping space between you while still being polite. It's like saying, you're cool, but let's just be friends. And here's why this matters. Guys know that a real full hug with a woman sends signals. It can create feelings, open doors they don't want to walk through. So when he wants to keep things as friends, when he wants to make sure you don't get the wrong idea, or when he's just not into you that way, he goes for the bro hug. Now here's what's going on in his head during this hug. He's thinking about angles, like actually thinking about how his body is positioned. He's turning his body away from you, keeping his lower body back, making sure your chests don't touch. His arms are doing the bare minimum to count as a hug. One arm, maybe 1.5 if he's being extra nice. And that pat on the back, that's not love. That's a signal. It's the universal, okay, time's up tap that says this hug is over. Here's the part most women miss. The bro hug isn't always a bad thing. It just means you're not in the romantic picture. He might really like you as a person, think you're great, enjoy hanging out with you. But romance? Anything more? The bro hug is his way of saying, that's not happening. And the hard truth is, if you keep getting bro hugs from a guy you're into, he's not going home thinking. He's not wondering what you're doing. He's not feeling anything that would make him see you in a romantic way. But here's what you need to know. Guys don't give bro hugs to women they're attracted to. They just don't. Because when a guy is into you, when he's interested, when he's feeling that pull, he wants to get closer, not push away. So if you're getting the side shoulder squeeze every time, that's not him being shy or respectful. That's him drawing a line. And listen, the bro hug can change. It's not forever. But it means right now, in this moment, you're not making him feel anything that makes him want to be closer. You're not making him nervous. You're not making his heart beat faster. You're safe. And safe, when it comes to attraction, means just friends. Now, before you start overthinking every hug you've ever gotten, let me tell you something important. There's a hug that's one step up from the bro hug. It's not quite friend zone, but it's not quite close either. And this hug, this is where things get interesting, because this is the hug of a guy who's trying to figure you out. A guy who's testing the waters. A guy who's not sure yet, but he's curious, really curious. Stick around, because this next hug shows more about what he wants than almost anything he could say. Let's talk about the hug that messes with women's heads more than any other, the polite squeeze. This is where he actually faces you. Both arms come around. There's real contact for a second, but something feels weird. It's over fast. It feels controlled. It ends before you want it to. And you walk away thinking, wait, was that good? Was that bad? What just happened? Here's the truth. The polite squeeze is the hug of a guy who's still deciding about it. He's not pushing you away with a bro hug, but he's not all in either. He's in the middle. And what's happening inside his head during this hug is interesting. He's thinking, he's checking things out. He's asking himself questions he doesn't even know he's asking. Like, how does this feel? Does this feel right? Is there something here? Do I feel comfortable? You see, guys feel physical attraction through touch differently than women. Women can, like a guy from across the room, through talking, through his vibe. But for guys, something happens when he touches you, when he hugs you and your body is against his, when he smells you, when he feels your warmth. His brain is doing math super fast. And the polite squeeze is him testing things out without going all. Now, here's what you need to watch during the polite squeeze. It's not just about the hug. It's about what happens right after. Does he stay close for an extra half second? Does he look at you when he steps back? Or does he look away fast? Does he smile? Or does his face stay blank? These tiny things tell you everything about whether that polite squeeze is going somewhere or staying put. Here's the part most people get wrong. The polite squeeze isn't him saying no. It's him hitting pause. It's him being careful. Maybe he doesn't know if you're interested. Maybe he got hurt before and he's protecting himself. Maybe he can't be too forward, right? Or maybe, and this is what women hate hearing, maybe he's not feeling that electric thing yet. The interest might be there in his head, but not in his gut. Not in that deep place where real want lives. But here's the secret. If a guy gives you the polite squeeze and you're still around him, still talking, still getting his attention, that hug can change. Because guys don't keep giving polite squeezes to women they've given up on. If he's done with you, you get the bro hug or nothing. The polite squeeze means you're still in the game. You're just not winning yet. So what's going on in his body during the polite squeeze? His heart might speed up a tiny bit, but not much. He knows you're there, but he's in control. His hands stay in safe spots, middle of your back or up higher. Nothing too low, nothing too personal. He's being respectful, sure, but he's also keeping himself from feeling too much too soon. Now, here's where it gets really. There's a hug that comes after the polite squeeze, and this is when you know something changed. This is when his guard starts coming down. This is when the attraction moves from his brain to his heart. And in this third hug, you'll feel something you'll feel him actually wanting. Not because he has to, not because it's polite, but because something inside him is pulling him towards you. And when you get this third hug, pay close attention, because this is where everything changes. All right, let's talk about the hug that makes your stomach the lingering hold. This is where he doesn't let go right away, where his arms wrap around you like he means, where you feel his chest against yours and there's no weird gap between your bodies, where the hug lasts just long enough that you both notice it. And when he finally pulls back, there's a moment, just a split second, where his eyes catch yours and you can feel something hanging in the air that neither of you is saying. This is the hug of a guy who's into you. Not maybe into you. Not might be interested, actually really physically drawn to you. And here's what's happening inside him that most women don't get. His body is going crazy. His heart is beating faster. If you paid attention, you might even feel it against you. His brain is filled with all these feel-good chemicals. And in those few seconds of holding you, he's not thinking about anything else. Not work, not his phone, nothing. He's completely there, completely focused on you. Let me explain the psychology here. When a guy gives you a lingering hold, he's doing something risky. He's letting you into his space, his bubble. And for guys, that bubble matters. Guys, don't stay in hugs longer than they need to with people who don't matter. They don't hold on with women they're not interested in. Because staying longer creates closeness. And guys protect that. They don't just give it away. So what does the lingering hold feel like from his side? It feels like relief. Like finally getting to touch someone he's been wanting to touch. Like getting permission to be close, even if just for a minute. His arms get a little tighter, not in a weird way, but in a way that says, I don't want to let go yet. His breathing might change. It might slow down as he lets himself be in the moment. And if he's really into you, if this hug means something deep, he might close his eyes for just a second. That's not him being dramatic. That's him taking it in. Now, here's what you need to watch for during a lingering hold. Where do his hands land? If his hands are on your lower back, that's big. The lower back is personal territory. It's not sexual, but it's definitely romantic. It says, I'm okay being this close to you. If his hands are higher, mid-back, or shoulders, he's still being a little careful, still holding back some. But if you feel his hands drop even a bit lower, if you feel him pull you in just slightly closer, that's him letting go of control. That's him saying without words, I want you near me. And here's the thing, guys, remember lingering holds. They think about them later. If a hug with you felt good, if it felt right, if it made him feel something he wasn't ready for, he's going to replay it in his head. He's going to wonder when he'll get to hug you again. And that's when you start taking up space in his mind. But here's the real talk. The lingering hold, as strong as it is, still has some control in it. He's letting you in, yeah, but he's still managing how much. He's still aware of where you are, who might see, how long is too long. The lingering hold is attraction with limits. It's want with a safety net. But there's a hug that goes beyond that. A hug where the limits disappear, where control isn't the main thing anymore, where he's not thinking about how it looks or what's appropriate. He's just feeling. And this fourth hug, it's what separates casual interest from real emotional investment. Because in this hug, he's not trying to look good. He's trying to hold on to you. Stay with me. Because what I'm about to tell you about the fourth hug will change how you see every hug from now on. Now we're getting into the zone where thinking takes a backseat and pure emotion takes over. The desperate hold. This isn't a hug you get at some random hangout or party. This is the hug that happens when something real is on the line. When he's leaving for a while, when you just told him something deep, when he's been dying to see you and finally can. When words don't work and the only thing that makes sense is pulling you close and holding on like you might vanish. Here's the deal. The desperate hold is the hug of a guy who's emotionally in it. Not just attracted, not just interested, all in. And what's happening inside him during this hug is a complete emotional hurricane. His chest gets tight, his throat might feel thick if he's really feeling it. His eyes might even water up, though he'll never let you see. Because in this moment, he's not thinking about being cool or keeping it together. He's thinking about how much you mean to him, how much it would hurt to lose you, how much he needs this. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like. His arms wrapped completely around you, not loose, not casual, tight. Like he's holding on for dear life. His face might press into your hair or against your neck. He's not pulling back to see you. He's diving into the hug. And how long does it last? Forget normal time. This hug goes as long as it needs to. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15. Time doesn't matter anymore. And here's what most women don't realize about the desperate hold. This is when you feel his heart, for real. If you're chest to chest, you'll feel it pounding. Because his body is in overdrive. His whole system is screaming, don't let go, don't let her go. And if you pay attention, really pay attention, you might feel him take a deep breath while he's holding you. That's not drama. That's him trying to steady himself, trying to burn this moment into his memory. Now, here's what's behind this. Guys grow up being told to hide feelings, to be tough, to not show weakness. So when a guy lets himself have a desperate hold moment with you, he's breaking years of training. He's letting you see behind the mask. And that's sacred. That's rare. That's him trusting you with a part of himself he doesn't show anyone. But here's what breaks my heart. Some women get the desperate hold and don't see it for what it is. They think he's being needy or too much or too emotional. And they pull away, either physically or emotionally. And when that happens, the guy shuts down because he just showed you something real and it got rejected. And guys don't forget that. They don't try that again if it didn't go well the first time. So if a guy ever gives you the desperate hold, Understand this. He's telling you that you matter, that you're not just some girl he's talking to, that the idea of losing you, physically or emotionally, actually hurts him. And in that moment, he's hoping, silently, desperately, that you feel even a little bit of what he's feeling. And here's the secret most people never learn. The desperate hold doesn't happen all the time. A guy might give you lingering holds regularly if you're in his life. But the desperate hold, that's saved for peak moments. Moments when he can't hide what he's feeling. Moments when his heart takes over from his head. But even the desperate hold, as intense and real as it is, isn't the deepest hug a guy can give. Because there's a fifth hug. A hug so personal, so vulnerable, so emotionally naked that when a guy gives it to you, he's not just showing you how he feels, he's showing you who he is. And this fifth hug is everything. It's what separates every other woman in his life from you. This next one, this is the hug that makes him fall. Not in attraction, not in interest, in love. Let's talk about the hug most women only dream about getting. The protector's hold. This is where everything else disappears. Where you're not two separate people having a moment. You're two people becoming one, even if just for a few seconds. And what makes this hug different from all the others isn't just how he holds you or how long it lasts. It's the energy. It's what he means by it. It's the unspoken promise in the way his arms wrap around. Here's how you know you're getting the protector's hold. First, how it starts. He doesn't hug you because it's expected or because you made the first move. He hugs you because he has to, because something inside him is demanding that he pull you close and keep you safe. His arms go completely around you, one hand on your back, the other usually on your head or the back of your neck. And that detail, that hand on your head or neck, is everything, because that's one of the most protective, most intimate things a guy can do. Let me break down what's going on in his head and body during this hug. This is the hug of ownership. Not in a controlling way, in a you're mine and I'll protect you way. When he holds you like this, his brain floods with feelings of responsibility, of being your guardian, of she's mine to take care of. And if he's in love with you, if this hug is coming from that deep place, his whole system calms down when you're in his arms. The stress of life fades. The noise, the pressure, all of it goes quiet. Because right now, nothing matters except you. Now, here's what makes the protector's hold different from the desperate hold. The desperate hold is about not wanting to lose you. The protector's hold is about making sure nothing can hurt you. It's not frantic or rushed. It's solid. It's steady. It's him building a wall with his body where you can breathe, where you can stop being strong for a minute and just be held. And here's the part that will make you understand, guys, on a whole new level. When a guy gives you the protector's hold, something shifts in him. He's not just a guy anymore. He's your guy. He's the one who stands between you and whatever's out there. And that role, that position, it means everything to him. Because men are wired to protect. It's in their DNA. And when they find someone they want to protect, someone they feel responsible for, someone they'd fight for, that's when love stops being just a feeling and becomes a mission. Here's what you'll notice during a protector's hold that you won't feel in any other hug. His grip is firm but gentle, strong but safe. You'll feel his entire body relax around you, like he's finally where he's supposed to be. His breathing slows. His heartbeat steadies. And if you're really paying attention, you might feel him rest his chin on top of your head or his cheek against your hair. That's not random. That's him claiming you. That's him saying, without a single word, you're mine, you're safe, I've got you. And here's the part that separates this from every other hug. The protector's hold isn't about what he gets from you. It's about what he gives to you. It's about creating a space where you don't have to be tough, where you don't have to have it all together, where you can just be. And for a guy to create that space, he has to trust you. He has to love you deeply. He has to see you as more than just someone he's dating or talking to. He has to see you as his. Now, let me tell you something that most women never realize. Not every guy is capable of giving the protector's hold. Some guys never get there emotionally. Some guys keep their walls up forever. Some guys never find someone they want to protect at that level. So if you ever receive a protector's hold from a guy, don't take it lightly. Don't brush it off. Don't assume it's just another hug, because it's not. It's him giving you a piece of himself he can't put into words. It's him telling you through touch alone that you're different, that you matter, that you're his person. So why do so many women miss these 5 different hugs? Why do they accept every embrace as the same thing? Because we've all been told that love is simple, that if he likes you, he'll say it, that actions speak louder than words, but we're not taught which actions to pay attention to. Here's what happens. Women tend to read words more than touch. They listen to what he says more than how he holds them. They focus on texts and calls and compliments, but miss the entire language being spoken through his arms. And that's tragic, because a guy can say all the right words, but if he's giving you bro hugs, those words don't mean what you think they mean. But on the flip side, a guy might not be great with words. He might not text you paragraphs or write you poetry or tell you exactly how he feels. But if he's giving you lingering holds, desperate embraces, protector's holds, he's screaming his feelings at you through touch, he's showing you everything he feels without saying a word. And if you're not paying